This program is brought to you by Emory University.
On May 1st, 2014, the Center for Faculty Development and Excellence and the Emory Center for Digital Scholarship at Emory University hosted a discussion titled Connect with Teaching, a showcase of technology used by faculty in the classroom to enhance student learning and engagement. The speakers were Frank McDonald, Professor of Chemistry, Donna Troca, Associate Director of the Center for Faculty Development and Excellence and Adjunct Assistant Professor in the Institute of the Liberal Arts, Hong Li, Senior Lecturer in Chinese Grammar and Language, and Yu Li, Senior Lecturer in Chinese Grammar and Language. In this video, Hong Li and Yu Li explain how they use the collaborative and sharing technology VoiceThread to teach Chinese.
Good afternoon, and thank you for coming. My colleague Yu Li and I did use the VoiceThread in Chinese 201 and Chinese 301 last fall semester. We designed two different activities. One is a preview assignment, another is the final project. Our idea came from our attendance in the Emory College Online last summer, and also it was funded by the Department of Russian and East Asian Languages and Cultures. In Chinese 201 and also in Chinese 301, we developed preview assignments for each lesson in those two courses. Our objectives are to increase students' opportunities to communicate outside of class, to prepare the students to be more effective face-to-face communication in the class, to engage students in learning of Chinese cultures through the multimedia materials we use in the VoiceThread videos, and also to strengthen students' technological skills. For 201 and also 301, we had VoiceThread videos for each of the lessons. So if we take 201 as an example, I made 10 short videos for the students. The design is that after we upload the VoiceThread videos onto VoiceThread and then link it to Blackboard, then it becomes available to the students. So first of all, students need to preview the lesson vocabulary and also the lesson text. And then they log on to the VoiceThread. They have to watch the video, listen to the questions that we posted in the video, and then they prepare their answers based on the question and also the vocabulary that we provided on the slide, and sometimes based on also on the visual input that we included in the slide. They prepare their responses, and then they record their responses in the video format. Here is an example from Chinese 201. It is lesson 4, shopping. I'll just play it.
第4课，买东西。在第4课里，张天明、柯林、丽莎和林雪梅去了一家很大的购物中心买东西。张天明的妈妈给他买了什么衣服？他为什么还想买衣服？
So this is lesson 4. It's pretty early in the semester. I put the question in Chinese characters on the VoiceThread, and I give them 2 pictures to give them some hint in their answers. Later on, we only included the vocabulary without having the entire questions in the VoiceThread video. In the final survey, there were 53 students participated. think a little over 70% of the students agreed that using VoiceThread helped them to develop their Chinese language speaking skills. And 67.9% of the students agreed that using VoiceThread prepared them to be better engaged in face-to-face communication in class. They're more prepared to speak Chinese when it comes to the class time. We also have some written comments from the students. Some of them confirmed that the assignments help them to speak Chinese, help them to engage in communication with their peers outside of the class. One student also commented it helped their writing skills because some of them write down their responses before they record them on VoiceThread. It helped them review the vocabulary in addition to the lesson text. The last comment is quite detailed. It mentioned the benefit of preparation. Instead of, if it's in the class time, the teacher asked a question, the student had to answer right away. But for responses in the VoiceThread assignment, they listen to the questions, they make sure they completely understand, and then they can take the time to phrase their questions carefully and make sure it is grammatically correct and they use the appropriate vocabulary and so on. So that also helped them to improve their ability to speak Chinese. This is my part. My colleague Yuli will continue.
Okay, so besides using VoiceThread as a kind of a formative tool for day-to-day preview assignments, we also used it for like a more summative projects. Like in this case, it's a final project for the advanced Chinese class. This project consists of 3 steps. For the first step, students would have to do an online asynchronous debate with each other using VoiceThread, and this is the only step they need to use VoiceThread for. And on that basis, then they come to the class and they can do a real-time debate in person with each other. And then these 2 rounds of debate are supposed to help them to prepare for their final paper, writing up on what they have learned through the debates. So this is the basic structure of the project. Then in terms of objectives, we hope that the students will be able to develop a deeper understanding of the traditions and changes in modern Chinese society, and to be able to carry out informed discussions of topics on contemporary China, and to be able to make active and accurate use of the newly learned linguistic elements in speech and also in writing. Let me show you an example. So this is a group project. Each group has 4 students, and 2 students takes on one side of the argument, and the other 2 students take on the other side. And here what you see is a VoiceThread presentation created by the 2 students who are on the opposing side. The topic here is only parents with high expectations are good parents. Well, literally in Chinese, it's actually only parents who wish their son would become dragons and their daughters become phoenix will be good parents.
很多中国人说望子成龙、望女成凤的家长才是好家长，这种的家长常常逼孩子。
So as you see, she is talking about supporting arguments for their side of the topic.
学习，孩子可能变成。
Her group member is also contributing, and you can tell that they are recording at different locations.
要孩子学习好。
So they go back and forth a few times.
父母的希望不一定是孩子的梦想，望子成龙，望女成。
Okay, and then by this time you can see that this other image, she actually is one of the 2 people on the other side of the debate. So they begin to pick it up and contributing the their arguments. So they go back and forth a few times before they come to the class to do the real-time debate. Okay. We were interested in how using VoiceThread can help students obtain so-called 5Cs. Some of you are quite familiar with this, I'm sure. These are the national standards for foreign language education, namely communication, culture, comparisons, community, and connections. And through the project, we didn't really design it based on the 5Cs. But anyway, we thought that we had enough evidence for at least 3 of the goals, which is communication, culture, and community. And in the interest of time, I'll be able to show you only a few data charts from our survey. So over half of the students strongly agreed that the project on VoiceThread prepares them to be able to orally present a issue of contemporary China. And in terms of culture, also over half agrees that VoiceThread is useful in helping them to become more knowledgeable because they got to view other students' presentations online and asynchronously. And then, of course, they got to interact with each other to be able to better engage with their peers. We also gathered verbal comments from students. So in addition to helping them with improving their speaking and listening skills, I thought what was also interesting was students felt that when they used VoiceThread to practice speaking a foreign language, they were able to pay more attention to their own pace and tones. They were able to watch themselves because they have to record themselves. And then as a result, through repeated practice, they became more confident. And that's the end of our presentation. So thank you.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.